There was no such thing as a Chief Keef to me. There was no such thing as all of these kind of people. That was just me barsing.
So where did you get that? Where did you get that from, though? Like, where did you get that beat from?
I got it from a man. A man gave it to me. But to be
I'm
honest,
saying
I
now.
wrote the
So
song to know
what
people.
genre would you say that is then?
I don't think the instrumental is drill as we know it now. Maybe it was like early stages.
I've been saying this for the longest, that Blueprint's not a drill tune. Because if you listen to Reeks before Blueprint, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it.
It's
like how people are saying RA's drill now, innit? But RA's been rapping like that from 2008.
Nah, RA ain't drill.
Of course he is. Look at what he's talking about. And the beats.
Drill.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I thought it was drill.
I wouldn't trust RA drill. He's been about for like, you get me. He's been doing better of a genre for a drill. So even though he might have a drill song, I wouldn't say he's a drill artist.
My only drill songs that I got is with drill artists.
Yeah, you know what it is.
If I'm featuring my other features, I wouldn't say I got drill songs by myself. No.
So what are you man saying makes a drill song? Then are you saying it's the instrumentals, the content, it's the flows, or like?
I think it's the instrumental first. It's the instrumental first.
How do you differ?
No, I think it's the lyrics.
Can't be the lyrics first because
lyrics can
if you're rapping on a pop beat, it's not drill, my boy.
Drill is violent music.
Nah.
I saw drill is violent music. That Chief Keef was one of like the pioneers of drill.
Bro, that's some government political thing you're running there, bro. There's violent rap, there's violent grime, there's man that's singing and saying violence, bro.
That's what I'm saying, that, bro.
No, more time I think it's the beats, bro.
Bare instrumental.
Yes, the beat is the most important thing for a drill song. Everything else comes after.
Nah, that's facts, bro.
I think the beat dictates whatever genre you make, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what you're gonna
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, you know.
Like the beat, more time, like that's the genre you're making, bro. It's just the lyrics you're putting on it that's different.
Bro, we're the only people that will try and decipher the content of the lyrics, the genre by the content of the lyrics. No one else is doing that, bro. Pick another genre.
Jeff, you know what? Jeff, should I say something though? Because like, bro, obviously the instrumental is the most important part for any genre, yeah. But it's like, let's say drill, for example, yeah. There's a man that will jump on a drill beat and rap about selling houses, and they'll call it landlord drill. Are we calling that drill then? That youth is rapping about selling houses.
That's drill. But it's drill. It's just that the content is not like. You get it.
But the content don't match.
That's not drill, then, bro.
That's exactly.
So what is it then?
What? It's just, bro. It's just, you get me. It's just not drill, bro.
No.
We need to stop genres. Then we need to stop genres.
To me, yeah. I think there's a thin line, innit? So I think them just need to start calling themselves UK rappers, bro. And then whatever genre, sub-genre you want to do, that's on you.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Man just
selling houses.
All these sub.
Man just a UK rapper, bro.
But a certain tune I listen to, and it's like, bro, like this ain't drill, yeah. It's just rap, just rapping. You get me?
But
Essential C is drill.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he is still.
I say he's a UK rapper.
I would call him a UK rapper still.
I got a serious question. For those
Well, Central C says he does drill, innit? So I'm gonna take his word for it.
How is he not drill?
You can't.
I'm not gonna lie. I reckon he's like a. I reckon if I was to put him in a sub-genre, yeah, drill's the closest thing, but I see him as like an alternative kind of drill. Like he's not what we used to see in drill. You get me? Because like obviously he still raps about certain things, but his content ain't really what we're used to hearing in drill. And just the way he carries himself, he don't really carry himself like a drill rapper. If you know what I'm trying to say. Obviously he raps on drill beats.
Well, how do you say a drill rapper carries himself though?
Now, when I say carry himself, I don't even mean it like that way. It's just like he just kind of in his own lane completely. You get me? You don't really move like anyone else that I've seen before in the UK. So I wouldn't really put him in that category. But at the same time, by definition, he does rap on drill beats. So it's like I get why people say they're drill rapper.
But then I feel like anytime someone moves a little bit left, we try to throw them out of the genre. But genres are not decided by your lyrical content, bro. They're just not, fam. So it's like I feel like we do that. I understand why we do it. It's almost to protect drill in it, so it don't get watered down. But the facts of the matter are, if Rihanna sings about shooting someone, it's not just gonna become a drill song. Do you get me? So genre's not decided by what you're saying, but at the same time, I get why we do that because we don't want the thing to get rubbed out. So I hear it.
Alright, but when you say RD's a drill artist though, like when you say he's a drill rapper,
This is what I'm
come on,
saying.
man.
Anyone can jump on a drill beat, and you man say this is drill. That's not drill, bro.
Yeah, but that's a drill
I
beat,
don't
so it's
think
drill.
The
RD
drill
rap is a
beat.
drill
The
rap.
beat makes
I
the
don't
The
think
drill.
beat
that's
makes
So
a
drill.
what
drill.
are
You're
you
saying
lot
RD,
saying makes a drill
you're saying RD
tune
is a
then?
drill
Like,
rapper.
The
Yes,
beat.
if he jumps on a drill beat, I don't listen to RD in it. I can't name 3 songs, but if he jumps on a drill beat, that's drill.
Literally.
Billy, what you
Nah, I
reckon a
reckon
drill tune
Bro.
is?
But people don't want to
for me,
accept it
bro.
because I feel like what man just said that we don't want it to be watered down in it. But like I just
Yeah,
can't
but that's
accept it.
why I say that though, cause I'm one of them man that what Jess was saying. I don't want it to be watered down as well. That's why I'm kind of selective of who I call drill and not. Cause with RD, for example, yeah, he'll jump on a drill beat, but I don't know if I'm calling that drill though.
So what are you
Exactly.
calling it?
I don't know. I
It's
don't
just
know what I'm calling it, but I wouldn't call it
I'm gonna
drill.
say UK rap, bro.
Hey,
it's music, fam.
Just
Because
say
you're not
rap.
But you know what?
you're
I'll say
not
he's a
putting
The
That's a
yourself.
flows do
rapper,
matter
bro.
though. The flows
You're
do
not.
matter. It's like if you look at grime, yeah. If you get one person rapping on a grime beat, it might still be a grime beat, but he's not doing grime flows. If that makes sense. So it's like certain people will jump on a drill beat and be doing some next stuff, and you wouldn't really call it drill because it's
That's
not
what I'm
really drill
saying, though.
flows. It's not really. He's not really presenting like a drill artist. There is a style of music that
Come,
is drill. That is facts. It's true still.
yeah, exactly, bro. There's like even content as well, like content wise. When you look at how drill started, yeah, drill started like what they were rapping about. Yeah, if you were rapping about that, you could never be a drill rapper in it. But it's like cause the genre developed so much, yeah, we just see it as like an instrumental. If you rap on that instrumental, then it's a drill song. But me personally, I still kind of have the old fashioned mindset that if you're not saying certain things, that I can't really put you in that drill category. That's just me personally, in it.
So does
Obviously,
it
that's
have to be about violence for it to be drill for
to
you?
Yes.
some extent, yes,
Not
bro.
not not
If we're
not
saying
violence per
drill,
se, but it has to be
uh,
street orientated. You get me? Like
has to,
Bro,
yeah,
but
your
you see,
version
you
of
marginal.
see
Has to.
when
street.
you're saying you see when you're saying that means you can't call that commercial drill then. It's just commercial music then, isn't it?
I
No.
hear that
Yeah.
because that's a contradiction
Yeah,
in itself. He's making sense still, but
I
Mm.
hear that, but you can
Which is
differentiate both of
the
them. You can
music.
differentiate both of them because
Yeah, exactly.
Central City that's commercial, but if we're going back to 2016 drill, that's not. That's real drill. Do you get
But
it?
he's still not. He's not talking violent though, bro. So it's like, how are you gonna call it drill
no,
then if it
but
don't
he's
matter
talking
about the
Now, but
street
you
beat?
though.
know
He's
what it is,
talking
though.
street, so I still think it
I,
counts. He's
I
talking
feel like
trap.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like
that's man's point really and truly. You get it? Man, feel like if a man's talking some sort of street and it's a drill beat, then it's a drill song,
I
innit? You
agree
get it,
still.
bro?
yeah.
It don't necessarily have to be so violent, bro. A man
Yeah,
talking
nah,
about
I'm
stabbing
not
man
saying
and
it
that.
has to be like as violent as it was, but it still has to have some sort of, you get me, of that kind of. It still has
Bro,
to have some sort of violence in it.
I remember, yeah, the drill music is street music, innit? The streets ain't just about killings, bro. You get
Facts.
me? So like, if man's talking about music in that sense, bro, you can't just call drill because of violent
I think
lyrics, bro.
anything to do with street on a drill beat is a drill song. But just
It's
because
a drill song,
you made
innit?
one drill song, also don't make you a drill artist. You know what I'm saying?
What about the flow? What
Yeah,
about the flow, though? Because we
I
mentioned
think this actually
instrumental.
takes you down a slippery slope in terms of the reasoning, and it kind of takes you down the reason why grime ended up the way it did. One is because you get gripped by nostalgia. So obviously, as we were talking, it was about okay, 016 drill, and that's kind of like known as the glory days, right?
Mm.
Like summer 16 is that summer that everyone remembers. Like summer 16 through into 2017 as like golden era. But the problem is, the longer you hold on to that,
Why are you
the,
speaking like that?
That's how he speaks. That's how he speaks, bro.
no,
Oh,
Nah,
my bad.
allow Ed, man. Allow Ed, bro.
Why are you
the
trying to draw him
problem
up, man?
go on, bro.
the problem is when you fall into that trap, you end up going so many years down the line, and it's like, okay, we have to stay in this box of how we make drill music because we've been
Mm.
doing it like this since
Mm.
2016, and that's the golden era. And so as you go along, the new ones coming up are going to be like, oh, so they're telling me I have to do stuff like this. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I like and then just leave.
Yeah.
Right? This is what is
Yeah.
happening to grime. Youngers don't want to make grime anymore because there's a load of olders in there like, no, you have to make grime like we did in 2005. But it's
That's a fact.
2022 now. Are
I
you
think it's
kidding?
because
Also, it's less
grime is
successful though.
shit
It's
though.
about
Grime is
not
dead. Grime
Yeah,
is
you
that's
dead.
what
youths
it
follow,
is, you know. If
But
there
the
was
problem
but the
bread in
youths
is,
it,
then follow
No, but
the
success,
way
Ed's
you're
man.
right though. Ed's
talking,
right.
it's like you're falling in the same trap,
There's a
basically.
reason why grime died, but no, I'm not going to say it died. Sorry, anyone listening, don't kill me for saying that, innit? But I'm saying there's a reason why. There's a reason why grime isn't what it was before. Because there's a gap between the older and younger generation, and that came from the fact that a lot of the olders were kind of stopping the youngers from doing whatever they wanted on grime.
That is true.
They were kind of saying that.
That is true.
You get me?
But
And
if do you not see how in this conversation you're all actually doing the same thing?
yeah, I am.
no,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
uh,
I'm. That's literally what I was doing for drill.
but
But the
Billy,
same.
you know what man's trying to say, yeah? you can't necessarily stop something, bro. If like it's down to the fans, bro. If the fans
Nah,
ain't
Hondo.
listening to you, then they're not listening to you, bro. Wiley or Skepta didn't stop you from making grime, brother. You get me, bro? It's like if the fans ain't listening to you, they're not listening to you, bro. Me personally, I feel like man just listen to too much individuals and don't just do their own thing, bro. This is why niggas rub out, bro. Cause it's like, bro, you can't. It's like you can't tell me like how to make something or what to make if it's working for me. You get me, bro?
That's a fact. And you know
I
what? A good
don't care
example of
if you
that is
originated from there,
the
bro.
best example of that is Stormzy still, because like when Stormzy were coming up on the grime thing, like a lot of the elders were kind of saying to Stormzy that this ain't proper grime, but he didn't really give a shit. He just kept doing what he was
Yeah,
doing,
and look
and
at
now he then it
Stormzy
became the
now,
I
big
bro.
think
thing.
that
And he
comes
was
AJ
making
Tracy is
hits,
another
so
big example.
that definitely comes from jealousy, though.
facts. Man, I hating
Definitely,
third. What word?
Say that again.
that comes from jealousy, 100%.
No, say that. What would you say before that?
Oh, was it me? I said AJ Tracy is another good example because when he came in through grime, through songs like Spirit Bomb and that sort of
Yeah.
thing, he was basically doing like drill trap
Yeah,
type
he
flows
was
on
mixing
grime
drill and
beats.
grime.
He was mixing the two together, and a lot of the elders were like, "Oh, this is weird. Like, you can't do that on grime sets." And he's like, "Okay, fine. I'll just take my shit and go elsewhere," and just blew off the back of it.
But with AJ,
So
AJ's
it's
obviously just clearly a grime artist. Even now, when you hear him, his flows still resemble grime.
yeah,
He's
he
just,
can still very much
he's
do
just,
He's
it.
cut
he's
from that
exactly
grime
he's just
cloth,
rapping on
innit?
other beats. He's making music in it, and that's what you do in it. Like Stormzy was making grime freestyles. He started making grime songs. They were hits, but people had a problem with it. All that. Where do you know me from? They're saying it's not grime, but bro, this is a grime beat. Stop the foolishness. He's doing grime in it.
I mean, it's flipping
You
Zedo.
get what I'm saying? It's
That's a
it's
full on
full on a
grime
grime tune,
producer.
but like when man start getting certain success, I think people just like complaining, bro. Like even now, people could complain about the young G's, but some of the most successful people in drill now, like Trap and them, man, are talking the most authentic thing as it gets. So really, it's like, what are you complaining about, bro? I'm seeing some of my favorite drill uppers
That's
getting their
another
shine
thing I
You
right
know
now.
what
don't
it
get.
is,
So it's
yeah.
like,
I hate it
You,
when people say, "Oh yeah, the real drill is gone." It's like, no, if you want that stuff, it's
and a
all
lot
It's
of a
very
still
lot of
much
them
there.
and them are
still there.
winning as
it's
well.
still there,
So it's like,
bro.
It's not gone anywhere. It's actually
It's
not gone
still there,
anywhere.
bro.
furthermore, out of all these little stupid little melodic
Nah,
drills and all these little stupidness that man are making that people hate, how many of them are really holding weight?
Now we
They're
know
not
what it
really
is. Now
holding.
let me even answer
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
they're
let
here
me
They're
today,
answer.
not
gone
really holding
tomorrow.
weight.
Now
They get hot
let me
for a
answer.
summer, and
Bro,
that's it.
hey, just you're right, my bro. You sound
Let me answer
respect.
to what Ed said in it, because it's like obviously there's still
That's how what?
the real drill. He said, "No, I was just joking." Still, obviously the real drill is still there in it. But let's be real. But there's a point in time where every drill artist we're listening to was the authentic drill artist. But now it's like the authentic drill artists ain't really getting pushed to the forefront as some of these watered down guys. You get me? And that's kind of where
But
that argument comes from.
But
the thing
what's
is, I
watered
will
down
put
to
my
you, though,
chips on
bro?
this. I'll put my bet on this to
Don't
say
you just
people
don't
like
you
K-Trap,
think the genre's
Language,
just evolved? That's what it
they're
is.
gonna
Yeah,
see.
car, bro. You see when men are saying it's watered down, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You see when, like, remember, yeah, men are rating the genre because men are speaking their truths in it, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, bro, if I came up beefing man on the curbs, bro, and then I made it to somewhere where I'm not doing that no more, bro. But it's still my style of music, bro. How can you then pre me for not talking about the same things I was talking about 5 years ago? And then
I
you're gonna
hear that.
tell me to
There
speak
has to
my
be some
truth.
level of growth.
Now, I do hear that. I
You
do hear
get
that.
me?
I was
You're
even
gonna,
saying that before you joined. Like, I do want to hear growth from drill artists, and I don't want to hear you keep trying to force that same sound you were making three,
Bro,
four
it's
years
true,
ago.
no.
So I
You
do get
can't
what you're
win
saying.
because
Yeah, but
if Abs came through and blew up and he's living a different lifestyle, if he keeps talking about it, there'll be people saying, "Why are you still talking about it when you're
yeah,
not doing it?" But then if you don't, then you can't win either way, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
you're
Mm.
rubbing.
but does
Because
I
that not
can't
come
lie,
down
even
don't want to
then,
hear man that
right?
are 30 years old rapping about beatings and that, bro.
does that not come down to the artist as an individual though?
Say that again, bro.
I said I don't want to hear man like grown men that have already like you've made it out the hood and you're still going
Yeah.
the same shit. Like I'm not trying to hear all of that,
You know,
bro.
it depends on what way a man's rapping about as well, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
growing up, bro, man saying, yo, this is what man's doing, and man's doing this. Someone like RA will show you, like, yo, this is what man used to do, and bruv, don't make
Yeah,
me do it
facts,
again.
facts.
You get me?
Facts.
So it's like, it
Mm.
depends. Like, I think man knowing their self anyway, bro. If man grow up and man still doing the same old things, like, you and yourself will feel away. You get me, bro?
Mm.
So it's like, man,
And that is a fact.
it's just about how a man's rapping about it. And
But it's almost in a way that element of the lifestyle and the bad things that happens in people's lives probably makes for better content. So, for example, Chance the Rapper's last album, everyone hated because the album was basically,
Like, how do we get to
I'm
Chance the
happily
Rapper?
married with my kids and I love them so much. Like, that's a
Examples,
boring fucking
examples.
album.
can I
I don't
show
want
you
to listen
something
to
as
that
well,
shit.
yeah? Can I show you something as well? I reckon, yeah, it's down to who the artist is as well, because you see, like in 2020 when man released On Deck, like man, it's slightly like a dance type of thing. You get me? Like in the
That's
chorus, man saying jiggy jiggy on deck, but bro, man didn't hear no one tell him, man, he's fucking up the drill sound. You get me? But
No,
the
because
minute
it
you
still
hear a
had
man,
that. It
go on,
still
bro.
had that like that. You see, like that authentic drill. It still had that feel to it as well. It
But
didn't
it
feel like
depends though,
coming
bro,
off
because you
the
What
see, like
US.
the
what is
flow,
authentic
even the
drill
whole
though?
flow's different. If you put it, that flow that man was using in 2020, bro, no one went using that flow like that. The flow went in drill like that. You get me? So it's like drill changes, bro.
I
Niggas
mean,
change it and put their own spin onto it and that, like.
You have
I
to
feel like
change
it's
it. You have to
I
change it
hear
though,
that.
because deep it. Say something like Live Corn. That was a banger when it came out. If 6-7 dropped that today, that's real drill.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
gonna
like me
blow.
dropping
not getting
robbery
love.
today, bro. That wouldn't make no sense, bro.
It wouldn't blow. Like the sounds change. You have to change.
I
It's
hear what
not
you're saying, you know.
disrespectful to the genre. It just has to change.